Hey, what's up, guys? Justin with Tier 1 Tactical. Today we're going to take a look at the Spyderco Chaparral. Now, this is a sweet little knife, I will admit. I've actually had this for roughly around a month and a half now, something like that. It was actually loaned to me by my buddy Charles Lemansky, so thanks, brother. He's actually been really gracious about it because, I've had a few things come up and I kind of got behind on some of my reviews. I actually lost a bunch of footage. I was having trouble syncing whenever I was transferring it from my card to my computer. And yeah, it was a mess. I actually recorded this twice already. So now I'm just getting back to it. I had some other things that came in, of course, that needed to go out quick. But yeah, he's been very gracious about it, and I'm so thankful. I'm going to be hooking him up with a little something for being so gracious about it. But yeah, look, this is an absolutely beautiful knife. It has these brass acrylic Raffir Noble scales that, I'm not really a fan of brass and copper and all that, but this one really did it for me. When I first seen pictures of this on, I think it was Knives Ship Free, I believe. And I was just so blown away by it. I started Googling it and everything. And not long after, I'd spoke to Charles and he was like, hey, look, I got one. I'll send your way. And look, when this thing came in, I was honestly blown away by it. I was expecting it to be a much smaller knife. But honestly, it fits the hand quite well, like surprisingly well. But man, this thing is just an absolute slicer. Now, the blade is made out of CTS XHP, which is a really good steel, and it's part of the reason for the price. The knife runs for right around $140, which really isn't bad considering, you have awesome steel and really good looking scales. And the craftsmanship is, it's on point. The fit and finish on this thing is just absolutely amazing. There's no gaps or cracks anywhere, and it was actually manufactured at their Taichung plant in Taiwan, which that may scare some people off, but honestly does not bother me because this is an awesome, awesome knife. Now, the overall length on this guy is 6.40 inches, with the blade being 2.80. It has a cutting edge of 2.35 with a thickness of 0.08. The handle length or close length is 3.63 with a width of right over an inch, and the thickness, well, honestly, I don't have the thickness because it was not listed on any of the websites that sell this, including Spyderco's. I lost my caliper in the move, so I'm definitely going to have to get another one of them. But the weight on this bad boy is 2.295. Definitely a great EDC weight. I mean, look, it's a small knife, so it's not going to weigh much, of course. But honestly, if it didn't have this little choil right here, I probably wouldn't be able to get a full grip on the knife. It would pretty much be a three-finger knife at that point, but honestly, right here, it just feels really good. Now, compared to, let's say, the Mannix, you can tell it's pretty much the same thing. It has a few minor differences, including this little nub right here for the finger guard, and a little bit different shape pommel. But honestly, the blade shape and, overall profile of it is pretty much the same. It has jimping in a lot of the same areas, which I kind of liked. Of course, there's none here, but, it's a different knife entirely. But if you were looking for a knife to match your Mannix carry, the Chaparral is definitely it. Now, compared to the Para 2, you can see it is significantly smaller, maybe 2.5 inches, something like that. Compared to the Para 3, right around an inch shorter than it. And let's go ahead and throw one more in there since it's out here. Compared to the Delica 4, right around the same size as the Para 3, but yeah, you get where I'm going with it. Anyway, it's definitely a great little knife. It's definitely a great little slicer. Food prep, making kindling for a fire, just little stuff like that. This would do really, really great for. I wasn't a big fan of it right when I first seen it, but once I really got up close and really started looking at it, it just kind of blew my mind. It's such a beautiful knife. I do not have a lot of things that match it. Of course, most of what I carry, I like the black and red, of course. But man, I honestly had to put together a few things just so I could carry this thing with a little bit of style, of course. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Check me out on Instagram for much more. Stay safe. See you guys on the next one. And don't forget to vote, by the way.